Hello, David Bradley here. I'm here to tell you the story of how I got the color of the poppy that we wear on Remembrance Day changed. And if you notice, the one I have, here, is red and green. This used to be the case for a long, long time. I never understood that because to me it looked more like a Christmas decoration. So, years and years ago, when I was tidying up the house that I grew up in after my father had died, I found a couple of old poppies from I don't know when. They were bigger, they were different, and the middle was black. So I said, that, I think, is more appropriate. So, I worked at Lawrence Park Collegiate at the time in Toronto, and we usually had a very large Remembrance Day service, assembly, gathering. And I didn't know what was going on, but I just said, well, I'm going to wear this old poppy. I didn't say anything to anybody, I just did it. So, I did not know that year, and chances are that most of these people are now no longer with us, we had a bunch of veterans from the Legion who were raising money for a memorial over in Europe. And anyway, they were there, and we did I think we had to do 2 assemblies. But at the end, they came up to me and they said, wow, where'd you get that? And I told them the story. And I told them why I thought it was more appropriate. And they said, could we have it? I said, yes, of course. So I sent it away with them. And the very next year, poppies were red and black instead of green. Now I have saved these green ones because now it's been so many years, and now this is the oddity. And I think, well, one thing I've never liked about the poppies is the way they attach, because undoubtedly I always end up getting a couple of wounds from them, which of course, compared to the wounds of battle, is rather minimal. But I also find they're easier to lose. I have in the past taken little Canadian flags and stuck them through the middle, and then done that, and then people say, oh, you can't do that. Anyway, that is the story. It's kind of like a Forrest Gump story. Some people don't believe me, but I know. And I never said anything to them. They never said anything to me about what they might do. I just told them why I thought what I did about the poppy. And I guess they took it to heart. Maybe they'd been thinking about it anyway. I don't know. But anyway, from that moment on, the next year, poppies were red and black. As they had been, I guess, sometime before, because otherwise how could I have found an old poppy? So just now, as I was going to tidy up one of my workstations, which is too full of stuff, I found a bag of these poppies. So I have stuck it on, and perhaps I will wear it, and I'll see if it does indeed start some sort of conversation with some people. I will see. I don't know. Anyway, I guess the other moral of the story is, you have a voice. If you have an opinion on something, don't be afraid to voice it. It doesn't mean that others are going to jump and immediately say, oh yes, that's right, we should do this. But it's funny, I remember once I was corresponding with a woman online, and she had all kinds of interesting to say about women's issues, and she seemed quite bright and quite brilliant and caring and such, and she decided, though, that she couldn't actually speak up about anything until she'd got, I don't know if it was a master's or a PhD in women's studies or something, because she figured no one would listen to her unless she had all these things. And I said, you're brilliant as you are. Not a bad thing. Education is always a good thing. But really, if there are things come up and you have things to say, don't wait however many years it takes you to get your degrees. Speak, speak, speak. So, people may not believe it, and I don't know if there's any record of it, and I'm sure all of the cherished veterans that were at that assembly, which would now be, I'm not sure if it's 20 years ago, but it's close to that. I'm sure, sadly, most of them have left this world after serving all of us in various forms. poppies live on in red and black. They do. And I know in my heart I had a hand in that. And I think they're much better. Anyway, as I say, now I have an oddity. And I'll see, as I wear it around in these days, if it sparks some sort of conversation. I just don't know if it will or not. But maybe people will just wonder. Anyway, that is my story. Thank you for coming. I hope you are able to see online or on the TV or in person some sort of ceremony this November 11th. There are more and more veterans from our recent conflicts, but less and less from our distant conflicts. And hopefully, sooner than later, there is no need to have veterans from conflict.